Hello, Atlanta Falcons fans. Today we have some exclusive news that you can't miss. So get ready because there's a lot of important information coming. Before we start, we'd like to take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and stay up to date with all the news about our Atlanta Falcons. Don't forget to leave a like, which really strengthens our community and helps bring this content to those who are most passionate about the team. Now, without further ado, let's get straight to today's news. Get ready for Kirk Cousins to be on the Falcons' final roster in 2025. Buckle up, it's going to be a while before Kirk Cousins is traded. The Atlanta Falcons are serious about getting something out of Kirk Cousins and his monster contract. On Saturday, a $10 million roster bonus was triggered, meaning if they were going to release him, it would have happened already. The Falcons will now wait for a desperate team to make them a trade offer they can't refuse. And don't be surprised if that doesn't happen until midway through the 2025 season. Falcons will wait for total desperation before trading Kirk Cousins. Panic and desperation is what it will take to get Kirk Cousins traded. The Atlanta Falcons appear ready to start the season with the veteran quarterback on their roster while they wait for a desperate team. Quarterback injuries can derail a season for any team. They usually happen at a time when there are no starting caliber quarterbacks available, so they can ruin what was initially a promising season. But if Kirk Cousins is available, the team will be willing to make a big offer to help save their season. At that point, the Falcons will receive compensation that exceeds what the quarterback is worth. If the Falcons start taking calls for him right now, they won't get the kind of compensation they would if they waited until the season, even if there is a bidding war. Teams trying to save their season have more leverage than two teams bidding against each other. The other benefit of waiting is that if the Dirty Birds are that unlucky team, they will have a starter sitting there. I know a lot of fans wouldn't like that, but look at the facts. Cousins played well up until his injury against the Saints. He can play at a higher level than any backup in the NFL. It's smart for the Falcons to wait. They can receive compensation far greater than anyone could imagine. Falcons should consider signing Trey Lance as Michael Penix Jr.'s backup. With Kirk Cousins' future still uncertain, the Atlanta Falcons need to prepare for all possibilities at the quarterback position. The team has been trying to convince other teams that Cousins should be signed as a backup, which would help increase his market value in a possible trade. However, this strategy could be risky because if the negotiation drags on too long, the Falcons could end up without a quality backup available. That's why they should act quickly and evaluate all options on the market. One interesting alternative could be Trey Lance, the quarterback selected 3rd overall in the 2021 NFL Draft by the San Francisco 49ers. Trey Lance could be a high-potential backup for the Falcons. The idea of signing a quarterback who has yet to establish himself in the NFL may not seem like the best option at first glance. Typically, sometimes a young starting quarterback would prefer to bring inexperience to the bench. However, the options available on the market are currently limited. Joe Flacco and Jameis Winston, for example, may still be looking for starting opportunities, which would make them unrealistic options. Other names like Drew Lock, Carson Wentz, Case Keenum, and Teddy Bridgewater could also be on the table. But does Trey Lance offer greater potential? Lance was the 3rd overall pick in 2021 for a reason. He has impressive talent and physical tools. However, his career has been marked by a lack of opportunities. After suffering an injury early in the 2022 season, he lost ground to Brock Purdy, who quickly replaced the starting role with the 49ers. With the Dallas Cowboys, Lance fell behind Cooper Rush in the rotation when Dak Prescott was lost. If the Falcons opt to sign him, he wouldn't be competing for a starting role with Michael Penix Jr., but he would have the chance to show his worth in the preseason and develop under a new system. Additionally, his presence would give the team a high-potential backup option, which is essential if the unexpected happens during the season. Given the options available on the market, taking a young and talented quarterback like Trey Lance could be a smart move for the Falcons. Should an emergency occur in 2025, having a promising backup could be the difference between saving or compromising the season.